A lot of these women that have a problem with Brian McKnight celebrating what is the $8.8 million judgment is because they see it as a huge negative that a man would fight back and protect his image. They want to reserve the right to destroy your character and assassinate your character without any type of consequences. That's what they're fighting for, the right to destroy you in the court of public opinion. And this victory by Brian McKnight sends chills up their spine, because it's like they see it as it's like a victory against the sisterhood of dysfunctional women that like to slander men, alienate men from their kids. They don't care about the fact that Brian McKnight was lied on. It don't mean anything to them. He's not their brother. He's not their father. He's not a male family member that they may care about. They care about the fact that a male had the audacity to fight back and defend his image. Because what happens inevitably with these relationships, when they come to an end, usually the character assassination starts before the divorce ever happened. Basically, the woman that you're with, most of these guys are sleeping with the enemy. Some of these guys, not all of them, salute to you good sisters out there, some of these dudes are sleeping with KK Keisha. So the assassination of your character with the sisters or with their family members, with some simps, some panda bears, they start talking about what a degenerate you are, what a loser you are, creating a false narrative and creating a coalition could completely destroy you. Even some situations you'll see, I've seen it where a woman will turn the man's own kids against him, his daughters, sons, whatever, start making them out to be a negative, disgusting human being. And some of these dudes, you see them go to these divorces and stuff like that, man, you talk to and you spend some time around, man, that dude is an upstanding, righteous, upright dude. But if you listen to what they say about him, they'll define him as an absolute monster. So Brian McKnight's character is slandered. He goes to court and proves that his character was slandered. Mischaracterization. He got, in these situations, money don't got no friends. Got a bunch of lazy-ass, bum-ass kids parasiting off of him. You know what I mean? I mean, fortunately for guys like me in my divorce, my kids are outstanding. My boys are outstanding. But some men don't get the benefit of having good kids or maybe a half-decent ex that he's not out here slandering. All women are not like this. But they look at it as like, a victory against the sisterhood or something like that, when it really ain't nothing to do with that. But they don't want men to fight back. They don't. They don't want you to fight back. That's why even with the Steph Curry situation, the best thing he did was stay quiet and let the court of public opinion just assassinate her character for what she really is, which is a treasonous woman. Because anything he says, because again, that's what sells. That's why Tyler Perry has made so much money. That's a part of feminism. The color purple narrative, defining men as abusive monsters. When, even with my professional experience, the majority of men are out here looking out for women, will put their lives on the line to protect women, protect their family, protect everything. Put it really out here. And the majority of men, I would say 97% of them, are decent men. That other 3%, they're probably monsters. But that's what you see out here. So they're basically defending feminism. They're, the ability to destroy men, the superiority complex, the superiority of a system designed to completely destroy men when relationships don't work out, when families break apart, most of it initiated by them. So, this men fighting back and men not getting married and all this other shit is bad for the system of exploitation, manipulation, and destruction. And as long as they can come out, and so they're going to boycott Brian McKnight. How can you boycott Brian McKnight? He's still going to sell records. He's still going to get concerts. Even if the brothers have to support him, he's still going to get what he going to get. Because at the end of the day, He's in a righteous position because it's proven that he's been lied on. You can't hold nobody down that's in a righteous position. And this character assassination bullshit, it's not going to stop. You see, right now, there's consequences going on right now. Maybe for the first time in history of the last 60, 70 years, these dudes aren't like, there's simps everywhere. They're not bailing out these women or making excuses for them. For years, they've been bashing in men's head, using that color purple narrative, most of them because of the poor decisions that they've made in their past, the men they've chosen to sleep with, and then they want to cast dispersion on a whole group of men. Now nobody going for that bullshit. They used to say all kinds of false statistics about black men, about underperformance, and salute to medium man, proving all those statistics are wrong. Most educated bullshit. Make more money bullshit. Because you're not supposed to even be keep competing with your man anyhow. It was designed to work this way, where each individual works as an asset to each other. But there isn't competition. Obviously that's programmed by the powers that be for it to be that way. But all these negative narratives, negative stereotypes, disrespectful attitudes and mentality, finally some brothers are speaking up. They're holding the line. And you can see with all the advancement of all these government programs and government security, people, they're just hemorrhaging in fear and whatever else. And this is another straw to break the camel's back. Because now you don't have the security of just destroying people's image in public and them not doing anything. So they don't want men to fight back. That's really what it comes back to. That's why they hate Brian McKnight's celebration. They don't want men to fight back. They want you to just lay down and take it. Take all the disrespect. Take all the humiliation. I'm glad people dug into Aisha Curry for disrespecting that man and treasonous comments against that man. Roast their ass on social media. Roast them when they say stupid shit and be disrespectful and treasonous behavior. The women need to start roasting them really hard for being jacked up, because what it does is it makes good women look bad. Forget that sisterhood bullshit. That's mediocrity and failure. Failure just like the feminism that they represent. Look at what it's done to the community and the culture. What has happened there? Marriage rate at the bottom. And not because there's no eligible men out here. You look at the statistics. Go to blackdemographics.com. We'll go to Pew Research. And like I said, salute to my brother Medium Man. He puts it out there. All that shit they've been putting out the mouth is lies. Bullshit. Lies. This designed to destroy a certain man. A certain men of a certain persuasion. So all that stuff is nonsense that they put out. So I'm glad he fought back. I'm glad he won. But inevitably, the whole goal is to silence men, basically to get men to accept torture and silence and not speak up. Because one time, again, when relationships don't work out, there's a system in place that tries to keep men from speaking their truth so other men won't get knowledge. Because, again, most people don't care about men's pain or what men are going through. Now you have these channels that are going on, channels like mine, you got channels like John Griffin, you got other channels where men are educating other men so that they can make good, smart decisions about relationships, about their finances, about money, about their mental peace, and that's really affecting the market in terms of this idea of men just getting into relationships. They're like, hey, look, oh shit. Man, our stories sound the same. We're going through the same bullshit out here. Dealing with the situation. In my opinion, there's only like the 5% women that you can really be in a long-term relationship with. 5%. Now in 2025, shit, you about to have the 5% women. Majority of them ain't raised to be under no leadership of no man. You're crazy. They're raised to compete with men in 2025. But salute to Brian McKnight. Congratulations for his W in terms of clearing his name. And again, slander from his kids, lazy kids that don't want to work. Want to bum off a dad's wealth for all your life? You know, that bullshit. Anyhow, guys, make sure you hit the like button. Let me know what you think down below. But that slander shit is bullshit, you know, and nobody really calls them out hard on that stuff. I'm glad that people are responding back to that type of negative mischaracterization of a man's character, trying to make him look like some kind of deadbeat derelict, when all you got is a bunch of parasites trying to live in that man's wallet just because he moved on with his life. Anyhow, peace and blessings to you guys. I'll talk to you soon.